Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Zillia, and today we'll be talking about Dr. Stone, episode 10 of the anime series. So then, we start off by learning that Senku, when he was a kid, he first studied a autobiography about Edison. And he learned that there are four fundamentals, elements within the universe. Why is this important? Well, we know from this flashback that electricity is one of those most key fundamentals in science. And with Senku, after a year and 4 months, now finally obtaining electricity, this does wonders in showing his progress that he's made so far in this stone world. And electricity will be proven to be useful when creating other tools. He even states that in this part of the episode. So this just shows progression from where he started off at nothing to where he is now. He now has something that will be a key influencer moving forward. Now, another interesting thing that we get to see from this episode is when Tsukasa revives Gen. We see a small fraction of his army that Tsukasa plans to revive in order to fight for his side, the Tsukasa Empire. And this amount of people looks overwhelming, to say the least. Even Gen, who we've seen as being quite a composed, calm, manipulative character, he looks terrified. Honestly, I don't blame him. And what this scene does, it does two things. It helps to show us, as the viewer, why Gen would be so reluctant to switch sides. Because as we've seen in this episode and in the last episode, Gen isn't quite convinced about joining the Nation of Science or the Tsukasa Empire. You know, he's still loyal to Tsukasa until obviously the end of this episode. And that obviously just shows why. You know, going against Senku, going against Tsukasa is kind of, you know, your odds are going to be zero almost. And another is that it shows the overwhelming forces that Tsukasa has obtained. And on a side note, I love the 4-second shot of the image of Tsukasa with his stone sort of statues behind him, so that it gives us, the viewers, time to process the amount, as well as is a good use of effects and techniques. Going off topic slightly, if you've ever watched the film Spirited Away, with it's a Studio Ghibli film, very good film, highly recommend for you to go watch it if you haven't. They have a scene in it where the main character, Sen, is with no face on the train, and it's completely silent. This is known as a technique called Ma, which allows the viewer to basically just calm everything down, process everything that's gone on, and then it just carries on. Obviously, it does this technique a lot better in the Spirited Away film, but then this 4-second gap from Dr. Stone is kind of similar, and it's very kind of a good technique that they've used, and I appreciate that nevertheless. Right then, so we officially meet the character of Magna. And this guy is clearly being set up to be an antagonist, as he is utter garbage. First, he beats up Gen in an attempt to kill him. He tries to stab him, and luckily Gen is smart, and he covers himself in blood packs that he's made himself. However, he still takes quite a beating. He's denser than a rock, as he believes that Kohaku's strength comes from sorcery, meaning that if he killed Gen, as he thinks Gen is the guy who Kohaku brought back with her, because of the whole flower on the hand situation from last week, then she would not pose a threat to him in the next grand bout. Which the grand bout is a tournament in where the winner gets to marry Ruri and become the village chief. And it's very clear that he only cares about the chief title. as he thinks to himself that, well, Ruri's only got 1 year tops left, and he could always make it look like that it was an accident thanks to her illness. So even the fact that he wins a chance to marry so far one of the good-lookingest characters in the show, and in that village in general, then he's rather like, nah, she'll be a pain. I'll kill her off, but I'll still save the chief of the village. Because, yeah, that's just him. He's a complete, utter garbage. Now, another thing to take away from this is that his sidekick is really annoying, both voice and both personality. I know it's meant to be like that, but it still gets on my nerves. This character is a total leech. But let's talk about the grand bout. So, like I said, whoever wins can marry Ruri and gets the title of village chief. So, for our members of the Science Kingdom, or Kingdom of Science, winning this tournament could prove to be a prime opportunity to gain allies and to give Ruri the medicine. Because if Magma does win, then their chances of getting allies and curing Ruri will be pretty much zero. But if Senku or anyone else in the Kingdom of Science can win, then, you know, they'll be on a fast track to curing Ruri and gaining allies to help against Tsukasa. So after convincing Ginro and Kinro to train in order to win the bout, we get some brilliant Chrome backstory, which is something I really have been wanting, because I do like Chrome's character, but I feel like as the anime we need something to kind of get behind Chrome with. We all know that he loves Ruri, and it sucks for him that he can't win or doesn't have a chance at winning. However, he's so dedicated to helping the girl that he loves that he's okay with the plan of having either Kinro or Ginro win, and then having Kohaku as like a backup in case they both get knocked out. Now, he wants to basically cure Ruri. That's all he wants, and it's evidence to us from this flashback that he also just wants Ruri to have a chance to grow old and to live a happy life. After all, he is a sciencer, because he's not a sorcerer anymore, he's a sciencer. Yeah, the flashback itself was really good. The animation and music really helps get Chrome's feeling across, and it shows why he wants to do what he's doing at the moment, which is helping Ruri. It shows his sort of passion and his drive and where it comes from. And I like that about this flashback. It really was good. Very short, but effective. Now then, episode 10 of Dr. Stone is entitled A Flimsy Alliance. Why is that? Well, even though Gen was brutally attacked and is near death's door, he's thirsty for a super chilled cola. And what I liked about this is it hints at Gen liking cola from the very start of his introduction for his character. If you remember, when he took the ramen, he sat outside saying, this could do with a cola. And that made Senku's ears pop up. And since Senku stated that he can in fact make this bottle of cola in this stone world like Gen wants, that's enough to make Gen run back to Tsukasa and state he has found a primitive village, and that there is no trace of Senku. He has completely disappeared without a trace, before making his way back to the village. Bearing in mind he is still super beaten up, and he does take a few falls while running to Tsukasa. We do see a certain character with a bow and arrow that looks quite interesting from the Tsukasa Nation, and I'd be interested to find out more about that character. Now then, Gen mentioning a village was a smart idea, as it helps to tell Tsukasa where he has been and why he is so roughed up. And Tsukasa knows about Kohaku, so this isn't exactly Gen lying, because Tsukasa can confirm that there is a village because he knows of Kohaku. So there would have to be something like that out there. But I don't think Tsukasa's going to buy the whole Senku's gone without a trace gimmick. Why? Well, Tsukasa is quite skeptical, as he wouldn't have sent Gen out to search if he wasn't skeptical. Secondly, nobody would mean that A, it moved, or B, it's been moved, and is probably left somewhere out of the eye, which Tsukasa probably would think that Taiju nor Yuzuriha would leave their close friend's dead body in just a random place. And we know that these two characters have made their way back to the Tsukasa Nation. After all, Yuzuriha has a task by Senku to complete. Overall, this episode was really good, as the animation was great, the music was great, and we now have a new ally in the way of Gen. Plus, some goals and directions were laid out and established in this episode, thus giving us, the viewers, more of an idea of where we're going to go. I look forward to seeing how this plays out, and I'm interested to see what other episodes are coming up. Now, I'm not 100% certain if this is a 12 episode series, or if it's a longer one. However, I think if they are going to end it anytime soon, they should definitely end it after the bout. Because obviously that's our plan now. Once we save Ruri, which I think they can make 24 episodes and not make it seem stretched. But hey, we'll have to see where it goes from here. All in all, I enjoyed the episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, then let me know why you enjoyed it. But other than that, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure to like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.